This family restaurant, known for its breakfast and 24-hour service, is usually a welcome spot for customers.
This Denny's here is great.
But today the Denny's on South Illinois Street wasn't welcoming to a group of 5 on-duty plainclothed detectives.
While they were eating, the manager walked up to them and advised that they either had to take their weapons outside and lock them up in their cars or they needed to leave.
Belleville Police Captain Don Sachs says the manager approached the detectives after a customer noticed one of the officers had a gun like this and complained. Captain Sachs says the officers identified themselves as detectives, but the manager still told them they or the weapons had to go.
As they were leaving, another manager came out and said, "They're police officers, it's okay." But they decided at that point they'd been harassed enough, they'd been embarrassed more than enough, so they exited the restaurant.
Now, based on chief's orders, officers are not allowed to go to Denny's while on duty unless they're responding to a call for service.
How do you tell a police officer who's on duty just because he's not in a uniform? Well, you can't carry the tool of your trade in the business. But we'll let anybody else, any sex offenders, any pedophiles, anybody else come in unchecked.
People online are reacting to the news, posting on Denny's Facebook page, as well as people on the streets of Belleville, including Denny's customers.
If they showed them the identification that they are police officers, I think they should have welcomed them and thought, well, I got protection here now.
I think it could have been handled a little differently.
If you get kicked out of the Denny's that you serve and protect, I would be pretty upset myself.
Denny's apologized, releasing a statement saying in part, quote, "Denny's policy permits law enforcement officials to carry their firearms in the restaurant, and we regret any misunderstanding."